kids that know you when you're young, no one will ever know you like that again.
And thank goodness for that. Oh boy, let me tell you, I literally moved to the opposite side of the world to get away from anyone who knew anything about me when I was younger. Like, I'm pretty sure no one from my hometown even remembers that I exist. And I mean no personal offense here, but honestly, I hope I never see any of you ever again. Now, after this—
Family, welcome to Irvington Unbound, the official online newsletter of the Sheridan Street Block Association. I'm your host, Jay, the official elected official, and I hope you and your family are happy and prosperous. We got a lot to talk about. Let's get in some of this news. Blockwise, we began our push with the DPW to get the end of the block tended to. Locally, we spoke with Mayor Voss about Freeholder Jones' vacancy. There won't be a special election. In the coming weeks, myself and fellow electeds across the county will meet up and vote on who gets the seat. Fun part is that Mrs. Jones' seat was countywide at large, meaning it could go to any municipality in Essex County. I mean, we're the 10th poorest municipality, and it looks like we may be left with less representation. Isn't this fun? I'll keep you guys posted. We also discussed speed humps, or more specifically, why it was so difficult for him to admit we wouldn't get them by the end of 2018. And we reiterated our new focus on the poverty rate, which is a great segue to the directors/council meeting. This year, instead of doing the pre-meeting the night before, our council now holds it an hour before the directors meeting, so there was a little overlap. And that's where it was brought to attention that somebody's payroll isn't getting covered. A town with 23% poverty is short on cash? Who would have thunk it? The State of the Township is going to be taking place on February 28th at 5:30 p.m., very likely at the church on Coit and Clinton. We also inquired as to the status of green/environmental initiatives that had been announced a couple of years back, and they all remain in development with no timetable for launch. Quality of life issues remain at the forefront. You know, trash, vacant, vagrants. The directors had a few announcements though. We have 5 new firefighters, there was a new warehouse erected, as well as a pending car spot and another Dollar General. I did a video on how such places are a detriment. There are plans to put a lab on Ball Street, said to rival LabCorp, aka they only exist to test urine. April 25th, the town will be holding its 3rd annual business summit. The Economic Development Department also announced a plan to give Irvington residents priority hiring for incoming businesses. You know, it's in the works. Sometime in the future. There's a Planet Fitness in Valley Fair. I mean, I'm not going to mention Pump It, but what else? Hey guys, I got an announcement. I'm 6'5" backup 2-guard for the Knicks. Do you get my point? You can announce whatever you want. That don't mean anything of substance is going to actually happen. I hate to disappoint, but about the 3 questions show, hold on. Something came up, namely the INIC, or Irvington Neighborhood Improvement Corporation. Wait a second. Did you notice that last word? Corporation? It's a business that seemingly makes a profit improving Irvington, but Irvington has 23% poverty. So the likelihood of being pointed in this direction is almost inevitable anyway, so we're gonna link with the director, Ms. Simpkins, and see what that's all about, because what kind of business plan is that, you know? Before we start swinging this stick around, it's important to cover all the easy answers. In state news, a coalition of mayors have vowed to stop cannabis dispensaries from coming into their municipalities if the legislation does not have stronger expungement measures, in a move this commentator views as counterproductive. Governor Murphy announced he would be going after bad actors in the tax incentive initiatives. Senate President Steve Sweeney is doing a tour about the state's fiscal health, even going as far as to challenge the governor to a debate on the matter. New Jersey Supreme Court dismissed a huge backlog of cases. The minimum wage leapfrogged cannabis as the shiny carrot for normie media to salivate over, with a vote to raise the wage to $15 an hour coming as soon as tomorrow. We'll see. New Jersey is far more conservative than it likes to let on. Or at least, it was. With all the people leaving, the numbers are insanely fluid. Former Governor Chris Christie put out a book no one cares about because Trump really did punk him. Let me tell you this. Here in Jersey, before Trump, we had Chris Christie, an abrasive blowhard that talked big, walked corrupt, and was an overall unpleasant person. President Trump humbled TF out of him. I mean, one of the reasons we took such an interest in politics is because we wanted to stop a Christie presidency. And to this moment, we believe that Chris Christie could have beaten Hillary Clinton. So really, America had no good options, and they're gonna make sure that we continue only having terrible options. I mean, i.e. Kamala Harris. She announced on MLK Day, and that candidacy is dead in the water. Hope she's saving the campaign money. We're into national stuff now. Bernie and his socialism is dead on arrival as well. All anyone has to do is say, look at Venezuela. There is reportedly a constitutional uprising taking place in the country where current leader Maduro is being challenged by a fellow official named Guido, who has the US backing him. I already see this shift to turn that situation into somehow Trump's fault, but that country has been hurting for a long time. Interference was inevitable. New York just passed, and other states are proposing laws that extend the window of abortions up to the 3rd trimester. The president called out the intelligence community on Twitter about Iran. The government shutdown ended for 3 weeks, which many are taking as a victory on both sides. Oh, Pelosi won. Oh, Trump won. When really, it's a truce at best. The president placed declaring a state of emergency on the table, and his State of the Union address will proceed. Exactly what do you expect him to say, though? He's going to tout the economy, historic job numbers, a return of manufacturing, and then power slam the blue team for obstructing his mandate for the wall. Empire star Jussie Smollett was allegedly attacked in the early AM in Chicago by 2 white guys wearing MAGA hats. Mr. Smollett himself, being a homosexual black man, is reported to have had all kinds of racial and homophobic slurs hurled at him. Remember when LeBron James had niggas spray painted on the gate of his mansion? Or the countless cries of police harassment that body cam footage has nullified? I ended that with a question inflection for legal reasons. Not saying it's fake, just saying I won't be surprised if it turns out to be. So, thanks so much for putting up with me, family. Please, internet stuff. Like, sub, share, speak. YouTube, BitChute, Gab, Minds, FB, Reddit. This is a labor of love from my tiny block in my tiny town, and you coming through and kicking it means the world. Until the next video, guys, love. You look really pretty.
Therefore, I have value.
Well, yeah. Do you really think you'd be in this flick if you weren't hot?